You're working as a business analyst for client named ABC Enterprises. They have provided you with a set of requirements for a new inventory management system. How would you analyze and validate these requirements to ensure they are comprehensive, coherent, and aligned with ABC Enterprises business goal? So, what is an inventory management system? So, inventory management system is an automated process of sourcing, staging, and delivering the products to the customer. So, it's basically an automated process where you take the products from the vendors and deliver to the customers. So, the entire process, the entire supply chain, what is involved in this particular flow is being automated. When you are developing a new solution for any organization, first you have to, you should understand what is the business. The first goal for a BA while developing a new solution is to understand the business. If it is an e-commerce retail business, how is the business being carried out? That is very important. That is very important for any BA to understand what are various challenges they can face. They are facing, right. What are the various challenges that are there in that particular business, and what are the pain points that customer is having with the present situation. So these are the various things that the business that the BA needs to understand even before gathering the requirements, even before starting anything. First thing, the BA has to understand the customer business. That is the first step. And the next one is, when you're trying to develop any new solution, the first thing is you need to gather the requirements. And even before the gathering the requirements, or at the point of gathering the requirements, it is very important for BA to identify the various stakeholders involved in the carrying out the business, or in the, identifying or automating any particular process. So first thing is you need to identify the various stakeholders. So in our case, the various stakeholders would be the warehouse department, the various vendors, and the billing department in such way. So the various stakeholders you need to identify, and then you need to gather the requirements. If it is as it is a new system, the first thing what we need to do is we have various requirement elicitation techniques like interviews, surveys, job shadowing, workshops. So I would suggest to go for interviews at the starting, because it helps any VA to have a good relationship with the subject matter experts and the process which is being already used. So so we use various techniques and then gather the requirements. Once it is done, once you have gathered the requirements, then it is very important to analyze these requirements. All the requirements which you have gathered are really feasible to implement. You need to know that whether the requirements or the there would be you would have got requirements from billing department, whether you would have got the requirements from the purchasing department, and you would have got some requirements from the business people as well. And you should see whether all these requirements are feasible or not to implement. So you need to analyze these requirements. Once the analysis of the requirements is done, then you need to do the prioritization of the requirements. You have various prioritization techniques like Masco technique, Cano analysis. When you're developing any new product, these are the techniques which are very useful first. If you're developing a new product, you can go with Masco or Cano analysis, or if you are developing enhancing an existing product, you can go for $100 technique. So it's like, first these techniques can be used to prioritize your requirements, which are the must requirements to be there, basic requirements to be there. In our case, we can say the basic requirements would be inventory management. First, the vendors or the billing department or the warehouse department would be able to access, create, add, and able to access all the requirements are there. Should be able to access all the product details that are there, and that would be the must requirement. And then should have would be the next level where I want an alert when particular stock level is getting dropped. So that would be a, that would be my should have requirement. So you can prioritize the requirement in this way, and give a um, um, uh, and have a clear picture what requirements are the first priority, critical and medium and high and low in that way. Once the requirement prioritization is done, then and you should and you can do various analysis also here, like gap analysis and as is and decision analysis. Decision analysis is very important for you, to see which requirements are important. Even for requirement prioritization also, you can do decision analysis as well. And then for and gap analysis is also very important, to see how is as is at the present state, how is the process being carried out, and what are the benefits that you can give the organization in the future state if these requirements and the solution is being implemented, whether it aligns with the company's goals or not. So as is analysis is very important as well. So once there is requirement prioritization and gap analysis is done, feasibility analysis, once these are done, then you can do modeling of the requirements. You have various modeling techniques. The requirement modeling is basically done to see how the solution looks like. You can develop the prototypes, you can develop process simulation, you can use your flow charts. Flow charts can be used to show the future state process, okay, how the future state flow is being used. And you can use data modeling techniques. Data modeling techniques can be used the flow of data, how the data from vendor is flowing to the warehouse, how the data transfers from this database to the other database, and then how it is how the data is looking like when it reaches the customer. So how the data flows and from where it flows and at what time it is being updated. So you can have data modeling techniques, and you can have business process modeling techniques. So based on the requirements, various requirements you have gathered, you can use this modeling techniques to visualize the entire process flow. And once this modeling is done, once various modeling techniques as per the business requirement are done, then we can finalize the requirements. We finalize the requirements by giving presentations and by socializing with the stakeholders, and also doing stakeholder need analysis. You should also, once you have gathered, and then finally when you're socializing and presenting to the stakeholders, you should brainstorm them and then brainstorm with them, and go your pros and cons about the solution that you're developing, and finalize those requirements with the concerned departments. So so these are the different steps which we follow while developing a new solution to any organization. In that matter, it would be an inventory management system or either or any other system, automated system for the organization. While doing this entire process, one thing is you should be aware of various, various other products that the various companies are following in the same industry, and you should be able to, analyze or the takes or take your own requirements from that, and you should be able to match with the stakeholder requirements and give a solution that would align as per the business goal. So these are the questions for today. Hope you have enjoyed this video, and hope you have gotten insight of different aspects of business analyst interview questions. If you really enjoyed this video, I would like to request you to like and hit subscribe button. Thank you.